Okay, so every now and then I take a break from the sports content and dive into the channel analytics. Now, normally that's to look at the countries and cities people are viewing from, the age demographics and gender demographics. So your basic, your standard data input that helps creators make content. But what I found very, very interesting in my deep dives into the channel analytics is what devices people are viewing off. And it's very, very interesting. A lot of people are watching on the go or listening on the go, and they're using their mobile phones. And I find that very, very interesting. Now, there's four categories. You've got mobile phone, computer, which also covers games consoles, because people do use their games consoles to watch content. And back in the day, I gave it a try for a while, and I didn't enjoy it. And that's why the numbers who use a games console as the operating system under the PC subcategory, when you break that down, is actually surprisingly low. Smart TVs. People are using various smart TVs, and there's different options of smart TV operating system, and tablets. And the tablet usage has definitely dropped off, and it's very noticeable from the lifetime of the channel to the last month in a microcosm. The usage of tablets as a viewing device is definitely dropping off, because here's the thing: my Lenovo Chromebook has a touchscreen, so basically a tablet for the screen as well as a keypad attached. So why would I need a tablet when I've also got a laptop PC, which is a touchscreen, which a lot of PCs and laptops come with that function now, which makes the tablet obsolete. Now, a tablet would be about the size of my notebook. Here's my mobile phone. What can I fit in a pocket with headphones? This. What can't I fit in a pocket with headphones? This. What is more discreet on public transport, which takes up less space, or even if you're at your workstation, let's say in a workshop or in an office, you can just slide that in your pocket, have your headphone in, and still actually do your day job hands-free with, not touching, hands-free, mobile phone. Tablet is there, it's very noticeable. And if you are trying to be discreet at work, having a tablet there is probably going to get you a disciplinary. So, I just thought I'd put that little bit of humour in, but the tablet usage has definitely dropped off, and that goes with a general trend in electronic sales over the last decade. Is tablet usage peaked about a decade ago and has slowly been dropping off, and we've noticed the tech companies are releasing less and less tablets. So, overall on the lifetime of the channel, so let's get back to the point of this video, which is just looking at the stats. Mobile phone usage. Overall, since 2017, 52.9% of viewers of the channel are using their mobile phone, which says to me that a lot of people are watching on the go, and therefore probably are listening as well as potentially watching, but have the headphones in on the hands-free wireless headphones or even cable headphones in the pocket, and they're just listening on the go. Therefore, they're not disturbing anyone in the quiet zone on the train. They could be using public transport, they could be at work, they could be on a work break, and they're just relaxing. Little snippets throughout the day, they're using the mobile phone. Now, they could be using the other forms of tech to also watch, but the majority of viewers, 52.9%, as I say, use the mobile phone. PCs, which also includes games consoles, 21.9% of viewers are using a home PC, laptop, or games console to consume content on various operating systems, and there are many, not just Windows and Mac. There are many. That's just over 1 in 5. So just over half using a mobile phone, and 1/5 are using a home PC, laptop, and or games console. Smart TVs come in at 14.5%, but you'll see that percentage jump in the last 12 months. If we use the last 12 months as a snapshot, there's a massive leap in smart TV usage. Now, when the channel first started, and if you look behind, there's my old smart TV, my old LG 25.5-inch TV. I did use that briefly with the games, with my Xbox, and used it as a smart TV for a brief period. I could not get on with it. Didn't enjoy it as a smart TV. And watching YouTube via the Xbox, when Microsoft brought in updates, they changed the... They gave an update to the Xbox One operating system in around 2015, early 2016, which changed the interface. That was a pain in the arse for a couple of weeks. And I did watch a couple of a Champions League final and a Europa League final, I think back in 2016, using the Xbox. There was some buffering. I didn't enjoy watching YouTube on the Xbox. It just was not fun. It was clunky. You had to use the controller to use the keypad. Didn't enjoy it. And I look at, when you break down operating system, is when it comes onto operating systems, so you've got Android and iOS for mobile phone, Also, Google also did release a mobile phone platform. Very few people use Google based mobile phone tech, but you've got the operating systems there, and then you have PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, right? And PlayStation and Xbox, PlayStation sells twice as many as Xbox, so that works out the percentage. The numbers actually using a games console as their base operating system are very low. It is a clunky way to do it, but it does come under the computer kind of fabric there. Smart TVs have improved massively. So when I got that TV in late 2015, I believe I got that in the September of 2015, so I've had it for 9.5 years. Smart TVs weren't in their infancy, but they weren't as good as they are now. The picture quality is not as good as it is now, and you will see that TV number jump in the next bit of the video. You will see a massive jump, which is a surprising jump as well. Now, overall, tablet usage 10.6%. Now, my current Chromebook has a touchscreen, so I don't need a tablet. I haven't used a tablet for many, many years. Tablet usage and tablet sales have been falling for some time. The tech companies know this. They've incorporated a lot of the tablet technology into their laptops and PCs, so you don't really need a tablet now. Plus, a tablet would be this size. Mobile phone's about that size, so more discreet, less space taken up on public transport, for example, if you're on a bus, on a train. A lot of people, I think, are watching on the go. Tablet is more clunky. If you're in a workplace environment, you can put your phone in your pocket, have your headphone in, and you're still working, whereas with a tablet, it's probably there, very visible on your workstation or work desk, and it's probably getting you a disciplinary. So tablet usage, it's a known fact, it's been dropping for a long time, but it's quite shocking how since 2017 overall 10.6%. The last 12 months gets really interesting. So mobile phone still dominates the usage of how viewers are watching the channel or listening to the channel, 47%. So it does drop off in the last 12 months compared to the overall number. It will rise again in the last month, so don't worry. But 47%, so just less than half of channel viewers are using a mobile phone. Computer usage also drops in the last 12 months, and I find this one interesting. It drops to 18.3% against the overall total of 21.9%. The last 12 months, less people have been using a computer or games console to consume content. Smart TV usage, this gets really interesting. 26.4% of viewers in the last 12 months have been using a smart TV. And I find that one really interesting as an aberration, because the overall numbers plus the last month, you can see slight growth, but that last 12 months, massive jump in smart TV usage. Tablet continues to fall. As I say, overall it's been about 10 to 11% of viewers, fluctuating. The last 12 months, 8.2%. So that's starting to drop off significantly and continues to drop off in this last 28-day period. So the smart TV one, I can't work out how 1 in 4 viewers of the channel in the last 12 months has been using a smart TV. That is an interesting snapshot. I don't know where that sudden surge has come from. Now, I do know a lot of my content is uploaded on weekends. I mean, this weekend, for example, I've done about 10, 12 videos so far, something along those lines. And a lot of content, as I say, is uploaded on the weekend. People aren't at work, they're at home. There you go. They're either watching in the evening or early in the morning when they're either waking up and going to bed. It makes sense, you have a TV in your room. But that massive jump from 1 in 6 to 1 in 4 viewers using a smart TV is quite noticeable. And the drop-off in computer usage and mobile phone usage being very slight is also very noticeable. Now, the last month, things sort of returned to some kind of normality. So mobile phone usage is actually higher than the overall channel total at 54.4%. Computer usage has dropped to 19.8%. Smart TV usage from the last 12 months has clearly been a rise, and that is still being reflected in the last month over the overall numbers at 18%, and tablet usage continues to fall to 7.6%. Now, the computer usage, I think I can actually argue a little bit why it's lower over the last month compared to the overall, but why it's actually higher than the last 12 months in total. It's an interesting one. It fluctuates, but it's seemingly staying pretty stable within a 3% margin of error either way. smart TVs are picking up where tablets are dropping off. Mobile phone usage is picking up where tablet is dropping off. I think that's where I can argue a lot of things. Also, PC usage being a little bit lower than the overall total. I think people being off work over the festive period. Mobile phone usage being that little bit higher. Again, people being a bit more discreet at the dinner table maybe, or around family over the festive period with the headphone in, maybe just the one headphone, and the phone in the pocket, so they're listening rather than watching, and therefore they look like they're engaged with family and friends, but in reality they're having a cheeky listen to the TheSportsBoffin. Tablet usage, again, continuing to drop off. Again, it's less discreet than a mobile phone. It's less practical than a computer or a laptop, because the computer and the laptop has the touchscreen device now, and they've incorporated that tech. Smart TV is more convenient for, if you live by yourself or it's in your bedroom. You don't have to faff around, turn the just remote, and you can do it quite remotely. You don't have to touch everything all the time, and you get a bigger screen ratio, and you can adjust the sound a lot better. Tablet is limited. Tablet is very, very limited because it's less discreet, because it's about this size, than a phone. Most laptops and PCs have a touchscreen tech on them, like including my Chromebook, so that negates the tablet. Also, most PCs and laptops have more memory than a tablet as well, and potentially better webcams. Mobile phone is more portable and more discreet. TV, you can have a lot more attached to the TV. You can attach the games console to the TV. Smart TV, you can do other things with it. Tablets are limited. Some tablets you can put a SIM card into, you can turn it into like an emergency mobile phone, but that's not really great. And so it's kind of interesting how, in the lifetime of the channel, the last 12 months and the last month look. It's an interesting one that the last 12 months there are a few little slight variations and fluctuations compared to the overall. And over the last year, computer usage has actually started falling, and smart TV usage is going up. So I could see, if I was to do this video in a year's time, potentially TV usage could be higher than the home PC. And again, another thing that tech companies are noticing is people are making their PCs last longer, so new PC sales are limited. They are not as strong as what they were, because more people already have the tech and make their tech last as long as possible. Tablets, people aren't buying them anymore. More people are getting smart TVs because that's becoming the standard. And mobile phones, everyone seems to have a smartphone now. Very few people don't have a smartphone, and people live their life on the go. It's a 24/7 economy. So I could see smart TVs and mobile phone usage continue to be higher than PC and tablet. I've also noticed people using their games consoles to engage with the channel is slowly falling, and that goes under the computer section there. So there we go. I just thought it was a little interesting little dive into the tech and devices viewers of the channel are watching on. So that's for the advanced stats nerds. It's a nice little break from the constant sports content. I know obviously this is a sports channel, which is the whole point of it, but occasionally, if it's not weather related, I will do a video where I just dive into the channel analytics and just break down some of the stats. And you could argue that I could do the last 90 days and compare it as well, and I could do the last week could be interesting. I thought I would go since 2017, the last 12 months and the last month, just to break down the data, because there's very little fluctuation apart from, you can definitely see, smart TVs. The last 12 months has been a massive spike in usage, and that is reflected as well in the last month. There's still growth there against the overall. So there's some interesting stuff. So there you go. That was for the smart tech nerds and the advanced analytics crowd, of which I know there are many who follow this channel. Thank you very much for watching. We will get back to the NRL season previews later on in the week. So from Monday onwards, we're going to start continuing doing, I think, a couple of days, because there's 8 teams left. So the next few days we'll finish off the NRL season previews. And then we've got the 24 Hours of Daytona next weekend. So this time next weekend, I will be bleary-eyed and struggling to stay awake into the second half of the 24 Hours of Daytona. But I'm looking forward to it, and really looking forward to it. This will be the overnight section of the 24 Hours of Daytona. It's still in the darkness in Daytona, and I'm looking forward to that. Lamborghini are coming with 2 hypercars. There's a lot to look forward to. I think it's the biggest field they've ever had for entries as well. So a very congested field. They've made some changes to the Daytona track. So that's going to be interesting. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below. What device are you watching on? That's what I'm keen to find out. But from me for now, thank you very much for watching. And I'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.